Hi, my name is Denise Young, and I wanted to really do this video because I just got through watching Iyanla Fix My Life, which is one of my favorite shows in the world, if you watch it on OWN. And I kind of wanted to touch bases and just talk about the fact that one of my favorite people, which is Selena Johnson, which is on a reality show called R&B Divas, was on there. And I really like her, and I kind of understand her just from a fan's point of view, about her pain. And I kind of wanted to talk about that because it just broke my heart. And I think this is a very great conversation piece because a lot of people are going through the same thing that Selena is going through. And I think that telling her story and sharing her story will help a lot of people heal and families heal. But some of the things I wanted to talk about was the fact that her mother called her and her siblings whores and bitches, and which was mind-blowing but not shocking because I've heard and seen many of things working in this field. But just how she could reflect on that, being called that, and how that does have an effect on you through life and your self-esteem. You go through saying, well, it doesn't matter or whatever, but it does have an image, a self-image, I guess you can say. Because if you've been called that all your life, that's sometimes what people answer to. Even though the saying is, it's not what people say, it's what I answer to. But most people do answer to the negative because that's what they've been used to. Another thing is the fact that her mom used to bully her and her siblings. And most adults do bully kids because they're smaller. And I've encountered that working in various places and doing skill building. But I don't like it. I don't like bullying at all. I think it's sad when someone does that, especially to children. Another thing that I wanted to talk about too was the fact that, which I thought was very, very interesting, was she said that when she voiced her opinions, her mom always felt it was disrespectful. And depending on what generation you're in, and you know this, that most parents do, if you're older, if the parents are older, that if you speak up or you say, well, I don't think that's right, or you're being disrespectful. And no, that's not the case. You just want to get your point of view across as well. And I think the older generation didn't want to hear. Maybe they wanted to hear, I don't know. I might be wrong. If it's a viewer out there that's from the older generation that wants to write or let me know their point of view, I'll be gladly to hear it. But from where I come from and just listening from other individuals and people, they say the same thing. Like, if you spoke up or you disagree with them, it was being disrespectful. So I kind of got Selena on that. And coming from the same generation she's in, I got that a lot. So I thought that was interesting that she said that. Another thing was that really got me too was when Selena's sister, when she was really upset about the fact that her father didn't speak to her and still doesn't speak to her. I don't know what the taping brought on, kind of relationship after the taping of the show, but she talked about that. And then Iyanla touched on too, a daddy's love. And this is so true. When you don't have a man in your life, a father figure, or love from your biological father, most of the time girls look for everywhere else, in the wrong kind of men, in all the wrong places. Increase in sexual partners and sex. So I just thought that was really interesting as well. They touched on a daddy's love and looking for love in all the wrong places, because that is so true. A lot of young ladies, a lot of women are still struggling with the fact that they're not loved or was loved by their father. Another thing is, I love the fact that Iyanla had them to write down lyrics because Selena is an artist. I thought that was really cute as an exercise, skill building exercise. And, you have to use little exercises like that to kind of get your clients up and consumers up to doing the work. Because when you start digging deep into issues, the reason why you drink, the reason why you say the things that you say, it could become real hard and heavy up in there. So I just thought that cute activity that she did with the skill building of writing lyrics, I thought it was really cute. And the song that Selena had sung at the end of the show, I thought it was pretty darn good. I liked it. I really, really liked it. But the show is basically about dysfunctional families, and Selena's family is very, very dysfunctional. But most American families are like that, unfortunately. And it's just so heartfelt that that does take place, because I just can't imagine growing up in a household like that. I did not grow up like that, unfortunately. But my passion is working and building great relationships with parents and children. And it just breaks my heart. I know I've said that like 35 times in this video, but I hate to see people cry and be upset because they feel like they have not gotten the love that they deserve in life. And everybody should have that. Everybody should have love, or been loved and cared for by a parent, a mother or a father. And I just hate the fact, I hate for Selena that she didn't have that growing up. But I really pray and hope that throughout that taping of Iyanla Fix My Life, that they will move forward and build on the past. You know, you can't go back into the past, I coulda, woulda, shoulda type mentality. The only thing you can do now is just build on it and hopefully live out your latter years in a positive way. Another thing I want to touch on real quick too is the way that they disrespect the children and just talk. And the parents said to Iyanla, that's just how we talk. And that's amazing to me, because if you ever been around an uncle, auntie, or a relative that curses all the time, you just be like, why do they do that? Or, you know, everybody curses, but just to curse every day or every conversation is cursing, it's a problem. And most of the time when you curse, it's usually out of frustration, or anger, or some kind of negative emotion. But I just thought that was interesting that they didn't want to own up to it. They was just like, well, that's just how we are. And which is amazing, because they just come from a generation where talking about your feelings and letting people know how you feel, or your vulnerabilities in life, they was viewed as punks, or you know, you don't show your fear. And to me, that's a problem, because a great person will show their weaknesses and let people know that I'm building on that and I'm trying to get better. But I guess the tips of the day would be, in this video, would be, if you're in a relationship like Selena is, make sure you get professional help. One thing that I did like about Selena and her sisters, they sought out professional help after the taping and continue to do so for their professional and personal journeys. And I love that. It's nothing wrong with getting help, building on a better you, a better life for yourself. And communicating is the key. If you have family members such as Selena, communication is the key. Let them know how you feel. Stand up for your feelings. Stand up in how you want to move forward in the relationships. But I really do encourage everyone to look at Iyanla Fix My Life. Comes on Saturdays on OWN. And to work on relationships, to build a better you and build your families. Because if you have children, the next generation is growing up and they're watching you and they're getting tips and strategies, negative or positives, from you and your family, and the way you're being reared and the way you handle things. So make sure you have people watching you, which is your little kids, and they will pass that along to their kids, and they will become a generational curse, and you don't want that. So I hope that these tips helped. I hope this is a conversational piece for you and your family, and I hope that you move forward into building a better life, fixing your life, and getting all the negative things out of your life and moving forward to your new destiny. Have a great evening.